In the beginning, there was radio.
The radio is one of the outstanding developments of the 20th century.
A radio transmitter was used for large-scale public entertainment.
Then came computers.
You gotta keep up with the times, you know.
Imprints of man's never-ending path of progress.
Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy computer boxes to use.
Shall we play a game?
The internet tied it all together.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities.
A bright new era dawning. A new dimension in communications.
It is possible to establish communication instantaneously from any place at any time.
And now it's the 21st century, and we've made it all toxic.
Hold on to your hats. Okay, we're ready to roll.
This is Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, buddy. Rah. Hey, man, that's a sweet heavy metal happy hour t-shirt. Where'd you pick that up?
Thanks, dude. I got it at the Toxic Radio shop.
Toxic Radio has a shop?
Yeah, dude. It's in the app or online at toxicradio.net.
That is sweet.
Yeah, and I also got a rockin' Toxic Radio hoodie and a Red Band Underground shirt. Dude, I'm gonna look so rockin' at the party tomorrow.
Well, I think you look pretty now.
Oh, wait, what?
The Toxic Radio shop is a place to get all your Toxic Radio gear. Shirts, hoodies, stickers. Find it at toxicradio.net or on the app. Don't buy it safe. Buy it toxic. Hey, where you going, man?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Take It a Deep with Thee Godfrey. That's right. COVID has been fucking our shit up. And guess what? Now, I don't have it anymore. Unfortunately, I did have it. That's why you guys haven't seen me for a couple weeks, and now you see me in this beautiful background here, because unfortunately, some other people have gotten it at Toxic, and we are keeping socially distant and being responsible. So, good thing for us, but we got a lot to get into this week. Obviously, it was a busy week, and I wasn't here during the storming of the Capitol, and that would have been fun to talk about. There was a lot of cool memes that came out. We have a lot of honorable mentions to bring up, or really one big honorable mention, and obviously, the inauguration happened yesterday. It was pretty calm. I'm pretty sure everybody was glad about that on both sides of the fence. And guess what? That was good, right? They took the precautions. Nobody wanted to see that because, between COVID, that, and everything else, it's like, is this ever going to end? It's like a perpetual factory of sadness. So, but today was interesting because yesterday, the Bernie Sanders meme phenomena took over the internet. Did you see that, Mike? Are you there? Is Mike there?
I'm here, dude. I was just waiting for the introduction. I didn't get any introduction. I got a lot of shade being thrown my way.
We got Mike COVID. We got COVID Mike Toxic. We got Toxic Mike.
Yeah, Wire to Wire kind of blew that up last night, but it's all good. They were saying how, due to myself getting COVID, they couldn't be in the studio either. So yeah, me and you are the COVID brothers now. Both of us have gone through the war that is COVID. What's that?
Do you think you got it from me? I was like 14 days now.
It could have been you. It could have been many different people. I've come to the conclusion that with it being this strain that's way more easily passable, easier to catch, that's going around nowadays. It's been in the United States for like a month or two. It's just a matter of time. Keep wearing your masks, obviously. Keep being diligent and keep quarantining if you have symptoms. But I believe everybody's going to get it. It's just a matter of slowing down the process of everybody getting it. So it was our turn. I don't know where I could have gotten it from. I could have gotten it from the liquor store. I could have gotten it from the grocery store. I could have gotten it from work. I could have gotten it from here. We here at Toxic, though, we keep it very clean. We wear our masks. We have the hand sanitizer. We have the wipes. We do our best. But even with your best, when you've got a crazy virus like this, it's sometimes uncontrollable. It sucks. We both went through the living on the couch, living on the bed phase of just hating life.
You don't want to do shit for like 7 days into it when you first get it.
Right.
You don't care about anything.
It's especially for somebody who isn't like a person who just vegetates and is a couch potato. If you're somebody who likes to get up, get moving, do stuff, to have you hit a brick wall, as Damon Feldman would say, to have you hit a brick wall and to just collapse like that and not be able to do anything, your body just says, fuck you, lay down. It's debilitating. I mean, thankfully, both me and you didn't have the version that would have put us in the hospital. I mean, many people have different versions of this.
I don't know if you, unfortunately, I'm hoping he does well. I don't know if you know King Curtis. He's been on my show. He's in the hospital right now with it.
See, some people get it with.
And I'm not putting his business out there. He posted it on Facebook, folks.
Right. So. But luckily we got the one that just makes us have to lay there and watch television.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. I mean, and it's like slow moving. Like you go through the I guess the brunt of it, and then like recovering after that is like slow moving. It almost feels like
Yeah, absolutely. It's a crazy thing, to say the least.
Yes, I agree 100%.
And there's no, and the headaches. How the hell does it cause such bad headaches?
I had them at first, and then it went away. But that was one of the key things, and the fatigue, and the tiredness, and like you were achy. I had back pain. I normally don't have back pain. You're like, the fuck's going on? And you think it's a cold or a sinus infection because of the time of the year it is.
Yeah,
and it's a lot. It's a lot more than that.
You're over being quarantined. I'm still quarantined because I haven't had. The CDC now says, and just like with anything that's a new virus, they're still learning to this day after collecting so much data, that 10 days after you show symptoms. So I'll be there on Monday. Will be my 10th day. So Tuesday we can start back in the studio with obviously the proper precautions and kind of put this all behind us. Now,
shirt. I'm not wearing my shirt when I come back.
For you, did you lose taste and smell?
No.
I did, and it was a weird thing to lose. The weird thing about me as a person, I kind of liked it.
Really?
It made, because me, I'm always worrying about my weight. Trying to eat right and stay under. Not become. The toxic Mike that's a ginormous guy, and it kind of helped me with not eating too much because you don't have those sensories of having the taste buds to taste the food. Food is just substance.
You can eat your horrible keto dishes and it won't taste
right,
bad.
And everything tastes the same. It doesn't matter if you're eating kale or bologna or pepperoni or chicken. It all tastes. Yeah. I don't look too skinny. Trust me, you haven't seen too skinny, Laura.
Is it like crackhead
thanks,
skinny?
Alex. What's that?
Is it like crackhead skinny?
So right now, right before COVID got me, I was up at 219. I weighed myself the other day, 211. The lowest I've gone was 183, which is where I want to be back to.
183?
183 is what I want to be at.
What's going to happen?
That's where I feel good. That's where everything seems like it's proper. The clothes fit better. It's just a nice weight.
You're gonna eat like one little morsel of bread and you're gonna go poof. You're gonna
It's literally how my body is. And it's not just one little morsel. That bread hits my lips. All bets are off. I'm eating a loaf of bread while sitting there with a jar of peanut butter and jelly. It's just the way I am. It's just
that's because your
I
body is holding on to it because it hasn't had it. So it's just
I have self control as long as I'm prohibiting myself. The second I allow myself to go forward with something, all bets are off. All bets are off.
Yeah. So speaking of all bets are off, Trump is gone. I know.
Yes.
I have some listeners that liked him. I'm not going to knock you for it, and I'm not going to browbeat you. But what I will say is what I saw bring everybody together and bring some happiness and laughter to everything and kind of drowned out the negativity, which was nice, is the Bernie Sanders meme was on complete fire yesterday.
Well, back up for a second. So they had to just preface it, because not everybody watched that shit. A lot of people were working or doing stuff. And
to be honest, I never watch an inauguration, and I watched it yesterday because I was fucking forced, to do it.
So, but the inauguration was a socially distanced. So going off of the conversation of COVID, was a socially distanced, very few people inauguration. It was proper to the guidelines that we've been following for COVID, precautions. Not like the Trump rallies that were the super spreader events where everybody was, kind of just sardined into one area without masks. The Biden specified before even the security issues that he was not going to be having a shit ton of people at his inauguration.
Well, he shouldn't, because he's as old as the Tales from the Crypt Keeper. So,
but that too, absolutely.
So is Bernie.
But at the yes, he is.
Did you see the dust pop up when they sat down? It was like poof.
At the same token, he was doing this because of COVID regulations, which is understandable. He's looking out for the American people. He's trying to do what is right.
You know what was a late scratch from the inauguration was the wizard from Lord of the Rings. He was going to actually give a speech for Joe Biden. What's his name? Gandalf?
Gandalf. Oh my God.
Gandalf.
Laura is going to jump through her screen and strangle you, by the way.
I love Lord of the Rings, by the way. We are going to talk about that later, about the possible upcoming Lord of the Rings series. And there's a prequel coming out for Game of Thrones.
Nice. So with that being said, with the understanding that it was a socially distanced thing, because the base image that we're about to show of Bernie makes it look like he's the lonely grandpa at the party that
his
smells bad,
so
nobody wants to see him. Right. So here's the photograph that was so appropriately captured of Bernie, again socially distanced, with the muffin, the hand, those things are just mittens. The mittens. I said muffins. The mittens just make it so much better, but. There's Bernie with his mask askew.
So the funny thing is Bernie's used to being on an island alone anyway, so he probably felt right at home and with a lot of things. I mean, you can see videos of him talking to Congress, and there's nobody there but him and the speaker or whoever is running it. But I the article on tribelive.com was talking about it. Bernie Sanders may not have stolen the show during Wednesday's presidential inauguration, but he clearly won the internet, and he did. Because I'm telling you, I went on Facebook last night, and it was on fire. It was like, hit me with the memes. People were just throwing them. Yeah. Anything you could think of. And we got some of the best ones here that we thought were the best that we're going to show up. But
so I don't have any order, by the way. You didn't give me an order, so we're just going to go through them.
No, we're just going to go through. These are the ones that we thought were the best ones. But it says a few moments stood out among the festivities, and the one we just talked about. There's a poem. Who cares about that? I know it was nice. First female black president, pretty awesome, of Asian descent. That's pretty good too. Biden's sober speech. Was he drunk before? This is the article reading this, by the way. But not to be upstaged with Bernie Sanders. And the Tribe Live doesn't like him, so they call him the crusty 79-year-old senator from Vermont because they're a little biased, but whatever. The New York Times fashion critic couldn't get over the mittens he wore. In all the inauguration fashion news, let us not overlook Senator Bernie Sanders' mittens. Well, listen, he's not a beacon of style. Let's be honest here. When you're 79, do you really give a fuck anymore about what you wear?
No.
I wouldn't. I mean, come on. So But within moments, the image of Bernie Sanders flooded social media channels, and the Ben Stonium Twitter account added Sanders to the photo of Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger sitting dejectedly on the bench after the team's wild card playoff loss. So, that's some people poking fun at him, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, and we're going to show you all the images. There is tons. I mean, if you could think of a meme and putting him in there, everybody was going hog wild with it. I picked my favorites and sent on the mic to share with you guys. And that was awesome. They were crocheted. Did you crochet them? I think one of our listeners, Laura's, crocheted them for Bernie.
So we're kicking it off.
More than 10 honorable mentions, actually. We have like 15. Look at this one. I love this one.
Oh, I was going to start it off. Okay.
Yeah, I always love this one because I imagine Bernie being in a scene in the Muppets Forever. I mean, look at that. You got that. We got what's the next one we got?
The next one is Bernie sitting with
Bernie at the Sopranos.
With the Sopranos. I forget his name. God damn, it's been so friggin' long.
Oh, that's Paulie Walnuts.
There you go. Which it looks right in place. It looks like that would be a thing.
Yep. Good Photoshop work there. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of my favorites.
Not the best Photoshop job, whoever did it. Didn't got a blurry picture from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but it works.
Underrated holiday movie, by the way. We got the Brady Bunch.
This was bad. Look at the bad job with the blue. try to fix it. Again, like Godfrey was saying, they were trying to pump these out as quick as possible.
Yeah. The Golden Girls one.
This is obviously one of my favorites. If people don't know, I know that Laura knows, I have a special love for the Golden Girls in my heart. So this,
I heard
this
you had
just
a
makes
naked picture of B. Arthur autographed.
I do.
The
Breakfast Club.
Classic.
Again, not the best. I think they kind of didn't do his proportions properly, but it still works.
People are pumping them out. The Mandalorian.
I mean, this works because Baby Yoda has his arms up in the air. Yep. He's so excited that Bernie's in there with him.
They should have had him eating the egg, that murderer.
What is this? A teacher from Vermont recycled yarn from old sweaters and fleece made from recycled plastic. Laura is letting us know some inside tips onto the Bernie mittens.
Nice. That's disturbing.
This just doesn't even fit. This doesn't fit. I mean, you have to take the mittens and separate them in the head. Boo.
Disturbing. That's the number one disturbing.
Disturbing.
But it works.
Okay.
Oh, this one. I love this one.
This one definitely works. This one, for people that are
summertime.
For people that aren't being able to see this and listen on podcasted format, this one is Bernie Sanders sitting with not the late, but he's the old governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie.
Didn't he get the COVID?
Yes, he did. He had to go to the hospital for it.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, he was being very, very careful, very cautious, and then just one day, he decides to let down his guard because he's with Trump, and he got it. But this was when he closed the beaches and then decided that it would be a good time for him to go out on the beach.
And Bernie wanted to join him in full winter gear.
This one is subtle, but I love it because it's The Office, and it's in the meeting room where Michael Scott would get all the people from the office in there to talk to him, and Bernie's just sitting in the middle row, just chilling.
And for the listeners out there, if you're listening and you can't see it, we're going to post it to our webpage, Taking It Deep with Thee Godfrey, or our Facebook page, and you will get to see these memes if you're listening and you visually need a cue. So,
all right, let's move on to the next one. Let's see.
Someone said, "Fuck that guy." Oh, I like this one. Showing
Wayne's World, and if you don't remember Wayne's World, you're too young. Stop watching this show.
I don't know if you knew this. Garth is actually Bernie's bastard. True story.
Okay.
They look similar. Same glasses.
Excuse me for my coughing. Like I said, still
Someone
getting
get
over the
CPR
Rona.
going over there. Jesus.
So Wayne and Garth are sitting there in the Wayne's World basement with, looks like Bernie as their guest. What is this from?
This is I can tell you what this is.
This is not from a movie.
Thing. This is a Philly thing.
Okay, explain it.
So in Philly, there's a thing called no savesies. There's been a lot of fights over parking spots when you like shovel out, and you're not allowed to do that. The police put out some pretty awesome social media posts saying there's no savesies. So people will put a chair in there. I'll run over your fucking chair or throw it in the middle of the road. But they just decided to put Bernie in there, and Bernie's saving a spot for him. So that's a Philly thing. Yeah,
that is a Philly thing, and God damn you if you in any way, shape, or form take that chair out of there and try to park there.
Oh, people will fight you. They might kill you.
Yes, they might. No, not just fighting, but might kill.
Yeah. I like this one.
I don't like this one.
Because it doesn't have him in the chair?
Because it doesn't fit.
Well, I like it.
It's again, this is my criteria. You got to use Bernie as he was sitting. You can't crop the head and the mittens off.
The mittens are there,
but you crop them off to place them here. You see what I'm saying?
I've always liked that commercial where it's a Max L commercial when people used to buy cassettes. But yeah, no, that is a little bit of a stretch, but I still dug it. What do we got next? Oh, this one right here. Speaking of storming the Capitol, looks like instead of taking Nancy Pelosi's podium, he took Bernie Sanders.
So this is the guy that everybody's seen in the news with the Trump puffy hat that's waving to the camera as he walks through the guardrails with Pelosi's what is that thing called?
Podium.
But they took out the podium and he's carrying Bernie out, which I think is hilarious. That's a good one. That's very good.
You got to see the one that Alexander put in comments, and you got to see if you could put that up for us. It's a ghost one with Bernie, and it's great. All
right, we'll have to do that.
That is the best one I've fucking seen yet.
I've seen. It's a video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to wait until I get through the rest of these.
This Photoshop was pretty good, though. He even made the background stay that was supposed to be there. You could tell it's cut out, but I got to get this. There was a good Photoshop for this guy.
So we're on the one with Gritty. And Gritty's sitting there, and this is perfect because this looks like it actually happened. Proportionally good. Bernie's sitting back
That's
there.
the inauguration. Gritty was there. I don't know if you knew that or not. He had an invitation. Yeah.
I did not know that.
They gave him Trump's ticket. Yeah. Trump couldn't be there. Oh, Flygate. It's Bernie Gate.
It's Bernie Gate. There you go. Flygate. Bernie on top of Vice President Pence's head, which Pence was there at the inauguration, and instead of
out for being very conciliatory and being a human being,
again, some people are giving him shit because for 4 years he was complacent with Trump, but again, he was the vice president.
I'm not going to give him shit about that because if that's the position you accept, and he's willing to take the consequences, if
he's not the boss. Yeah.
If you hear people talk about him in politics, they're not going to talk bad about Mike Pence because he is a gentleman. I may not agree with him, but he's a gentleman.
Right. So Flygate, and then the last one. So I love that this is last. Go ahead, explain what's going on.
If you don't know what this is, your Jersey card's getting pulled. If you're born from there, or if you live there, you're an ex-New Jersey Pat. Guess what? This is the Clerks classic film in black and white. And
with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
And I think he made this meme and that went on the internet.
No. So Kevin Smith, at least from what I saw this morning, he shared this meme. And he said that he was happy and appreciative that whoever made the meme kept Jay and Silent Bob in the meme. He shared it, so he was very appreciative of it, but I don't think he made it. This is awesome. I love it. And
the famous quote from two famous quotes from the Clerks. Would you fuck me? I fuck me. Or my favorite is, hey, try not to suck any dicks on the way to your car. 37 dicks
in a row?
In a row. But yeah, underrated movie if you haven't seen it, but it's definitely a Jersey thing for sure. North Jersey more specifically, but it's still a Jersey thing. And yeah, I love I love that movie. So that's it for the Bernie memes and our honorable mentions. Wait,
here
we
it
have
is.
another one?
Wait.
Oh, we got the ghost one. I mean, it looks so sexual. It's disturbing. Oh, Jesus
So
Christ!
it's an animated GIF.
I love how the mittens are still on there.
Well, again, the mittens. I understand why it can't just be Bernie's face. It has to include the mittens are what make it.
I feel like Bernie looks like he's enjoying that. Like, look at his face. You see the eyes move and stuff. Oh, it's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
Nice. So, speaking of intimacy and dating, we have some honorable mentions going on, and I am newly single. I'm going to let the world know that.
Oh my God, we got an exclusive here, people. Exclusive. This is way better than Bernie Gate.
Yeah, one person might get excited, and that's my ex-girlfriend because she's no longer with me. So, anyway, but that being said, I started looking at some data profiles because I met her on Match.com, and I wanted to talk about the 10 no-nos of dating profiles and what pictures you shouldn't be putting on there. And I came up with 10 of them, and in no particular order, but I'll rank them 1 to 10. The most obvious one is the bathroom selfie. If you're going to do a bathroom selfie and the toilet's in the background, nothing says, hey, I decided to take a picture after I just took a hot, steamy dump, like a bathroom selfie. Guys, and this applies to guys and girls, okay? I only date girls, so I only see the girls' profiles, but I'm pretty sure guys are just as guilty with a bathroom selfie, So I would put that right up there with the gym selfie, like, hey, I'm here. You know what I mean? But another one is don't take pictures with your hotter friend in your main profile pic. What do I mean by that? If you're going to shop for a car and the car salesman shows you, okay, if the car salesman shows you what I like to call, a better car, but he's like, you want to spend 10 grand, you can only afford this car, you're going to be disappointed. So if you put your hotter friend next to you in your main profile pic or in general, it's not good. I mean, it's be like, hey, Matt, let's take a pic, let's say I got a picture of Brad Pitt. Let's take a picture of Brad Pitt with his shirt off and have him stand right next to me. Hey, what's up? We'll pretend Brad Pitt's not not a famous person and it's just some random hot guy. Yeah, that's really, yep. Like, I'm gonna let me go downgrade to this guy to the left. The guy with the 6-pack, fuck that guy.
Some girls don't like that.
Oh, please. It's such a meat market on there. It's not like, you know what? I was really looking at your friend's picture, but your profile was so well written, I totally wrote him off. He's out of my mind. Yeah, right. So,
I just want to say something though, because you're talking about like online profiles and online dating. Mm-hmm. Right now is like the worst time, the best time for online dating, but the worst time for going to meet anybody. So you could catfish somebody for a very long time on online dating.
Oh man. See, I have some, so here's a hard fast rule. I have to talk to you on the phone. I won't do all through text. Like I could do do text as well, but there has to be phone contact so you can properly screen someone before you meet them. But don't get catfished. You need to ask for certain pictures, which brings me up to another picture that I see a lot, and I call it the hide my body picture. Now I'm not body shaming anybody. Everybody likes people of all shapes and sizes. I'm a true believer in there's lids for every pot. Some guys like big girls. They like skinny girls. Some guys like big girls. Big guys, they call them chubby chasers. Some guy, hi, I'm here, and some, some of them, guys that are beefcakes, whatever. But I think it's hilarious because you see people take this picture where it's like this, where you can't see their body, and they won't show you and you're like, no, because the reason when I'm bringing it up is you don't know what they're into, the person that sees you, and you want to show that you like yourself as well. If you're hiding yourself, to me, that's a big personality flaw. Yeah. If you aren't comfortable with yourself, not everybody, you can't change who you are. Everybody is going to be, different. And if you're hiding yourself, to me, it's a personality flaw because you're very insecure about yourself, which could bring up other instances in a possible relationship.
Can I just mention, so the overhead one, which I like to call the MySpace pick because it started back in MySpace, is a notorious one. Another one that I found personally had happened to me when I was online dating is the one where you'll ask for, can I get a full body pic? You know, and then it's normal question, you know, because you're trying to not get the MySpace pic. Well, when a girl will lay down on a bed in a dress and take the full body pic, the dress and the bed disperse everything so you can't tell what's really going on. Again, there's nothing wrong with a little extra meat on my lady. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing wrong.
I just want you to love yourself.
It's deceiving. It's the what the hell happened factor. It's the oh shit factor when you meet this person.
So speaking
yeah,
of deception, and this goes to both guys and girls, I like to call it the Where's Waldo pick. What is that pick? That is where there's about 12 people in the picture, and it's your main profile picture, and you don't know who the fuck the person is on the profile because every picture has 4 to 5 people, and you're like, So you got to scroll down every picture, like, is that the person? Is that the person? Is that the person? Whoa, what the fuck? What is that? And usually 9 times out of 10, it's the most busted person in the pictures. You know, I mean, I just think that's not a good way to go about it either. That's on my list. I think we're at 6 or so now. I mean, the Where's Waldo? Come on, guys. You know, that we already talked about the body shot. That's a non-body shot, you know, and another deception thing is ladies, I got to ask you to calm down with the filters. Okay. Filters are cute.
Filters aren't even like just what they used to be, which was like mosaic or something else.
Or
filters
like
now literally like those filters now literally change your face to make it more contour or
I've been victimized by
remove
that.
things.
I went on a date with a girl once, and she had a filter on, and she looked 28 in a filter, 29, 30, and I don't care how old she looks, but it was a shock because visually she looked completely different when I met her in person. I was like, what the fuck? I was nice to her. We finished out the date, but you know, the chemistry wasn't quite there because I was like, okay. And you know, you're being deceiving in that because you're doing that because you're not confident in yourself and you know it's unattractive or you feel that it's unattractive and might not even be unattractive. And that might be in your head. But yeah,
I have a question for you though. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it just went through my head. The deception of a female. Isn't it deception? And deception goes both ways because I've got a way that men deceive too.
Guys do it too.
Deception from a female. Deception from a female. Isn't that when they go out on any night to the club or to the bar, they've got on fake lashes, they've got on fake nails, they've got on makeup, however much makeup, they've painted on their eyebrows, they might wear a wig, they've got a push-up bra.
Wait, what about Spanx?
Yeah, they've got all this stuff.
But that's okay because you see that in person and you know that you're not going to know everything. Right. But you'll see that some of that in person, which is fine. You know, if a girl wears a lot of makeup, you know, she wears a lot of makeup and you're saying you're okay with that, you know, but in a filter, it literally filters away every natural, you know, attribute of your face almost.
Sorry, laughing at the
he says,
take her swimming.
Hey, I just need you to dip in the pool face first real quick.
Or
if you can.
Walk in the rain.
I don't want you to get your hair wet. Here's a shower cap. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Now for guys within the dating world, I've heard of this as being it's not really deception, but it's a gimmick from guys. The same as a guy will take a dog for a walk in the park to get girls to come over or borrow somebody's like baby to walk their baby. Guys will do that in online dating where they'll borrow a buddy's or somebody's puppy and show pictures of them playing with the puppy.
I got a text message last week that said, hey, can I borrow your dog? I'm going on a date with a girl with a walk in the park. And I said, sure. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that is guys do it too. Don't get me wrong. This is not a post or a podcast to dump on women. Guys, from what I hear from girls, because I've had conversation with girls that I've met online, they love to do the Where's Waldo pick. That I was talking about, where it will be like 100 of their frat buddies, and he's in the fucking upper corner, like on the end of the stairs, and it just barely catches his forehead. You know, like, is that him right there? I can't tell. Is that him? You know, and everything's far away. You know, another kin to that, but which isn't on the list, is when I've heard girls say, "Stop wearing big shades to hide your face," and you know that's a deceptive move as well. You know, another one that I always thought was kind of funny is stop putting pictures on that are a decade old. Okay, everybody looks different 10 years later.
But I got a really good one from 10 years ago.
Yeah, okay, but unless your first date's in a DeLorean and you're going back to that 10 years ago, and you can be like, "Hi, I'm gonna go watch over here while you date my 10-year-old self." You know, I'll just relax, and then hopefully it works out. And then 10 years later, we were married, and I'm getting laid when I go back to the future. Is that going to work?
Yes.
No. Yeah, I mean, and you know, you're wasting their time, you're wasting each other's time, you know, and nothing's perfect, but you know, I just think that's hilarious. You know, there's another one too. When you have more pictures of your pet than yourself. Really? Like,
or somebody else's pet.
Or someone else's pet. There's 5-6 pictures of a pet, and the one profile picture you have is what? It is a picture of you with a filter on. So no real pictures and then a filter picture. Okay, I'm going to hit next on that one. X, swipe to the left, whatever. It is rejected, in my opinion. I don't care if the person looks hot or not. It just seems like you don't want to give any details up of yourself. Who knows? And things like that is like, could it be a fake profile? Is it someone just like wasted time? You know what I mean? So to me, I'm like, delete. I'm not doing that. So, you know, I just think that's one of those ones where it's just like, okay, more pictures of your pets than you. If you love your pets, great. Okay, awesome. I'm a big dog lover. I love pets. I used to have a cat and dog when I was a kid. I have a dog now, but I don't need a whole portfolio of your pets. I don't need to see your baby rats. Some people have baby mice, you know, shit like that. You could ease me in there, ease it in later on, you know. The one thing I do appreciate, because it is so contentious, when someone says I'm a Trump supporter, or, you know, and I'm pretty sure Trump supporters appreciate when someone says I'm liberal, you know, I'm moving on. I mean, I would date someone that's a Trump supporter, but it brings up, I don't know, sometimes it depends on the person's temperature. Can they you know, can they like put that in the box and move that away from it? Some people can't, but I have a picture with female friends. It shows you have rapport with girls. I think I will do that. I'm going to do that. But do I scribble their face out, or do I put their picture on there? You know,
my biggest tip for people is always show pictures of you doing what you love and your hobbies. Whatever it is you're into, whatever it is you like, show pictures of you actively doing that.
All right. It's funny you say that, because, you know, some people are into cosplay, and that is also a form of deception, in my opinion. Like, you're not going to look like Chung-Li. Like,
no, but as long as you pepper that in, in with pictures of you actually being you, like with your cosplay buddies at the diner afterwards or something. Mm-hmm. But I mean, showing you in cosplay, yeah, that's not you, but it does show that, hey, we can dress up and go to this Comic-Con or HorrorCon, whatever con you're into, and you're going to get somebody who would be down for that. I mean, hell, I know for me, I'm not a cosplayer, but I've got a Deadpool costume. I'll throw that bad boy on and go to a con in 2 minutes if a girl's willing to go as you know, either just as a girl with me, or if she wants to dress up as what the hell is her name, Harley Quinn. Let's go be nerdy. Let's go be stupid.
Here's the thing, that I would take two approaches with that. One, if you were looking for someone that's into that, then you want to put that out there. If not, they might not be against it. You might want to ease them into that personally, and be like, "Hey, you want?"
No, I say balls to the wall.
Okay, so okay, nice.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Show what you, because you're gonna get. Yeah, you're not gonna get it's not going to be about the quantity of people that you're pulling in. It's going to be the quality of people that you're pulling in. Quality meaning the type of person that would be down for that extracurricular activity. I don't even know how to say it.
Oh, it sounds spicy.
I know. One thing that Laura just put in here, teeth. That is a huge thing. I got catfish with that, which is guys or girls who all pictures you see them smiling, it's a smile without their mouth opening.
But I'm a smiler like that. I'm not a big teeth guy. You know what I mean? Like I look like an asshole right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a teeth guy. I mean, I get what you're saying, but some people are naturally like that. And I guess with teeth, but so did you get catfish meaning like her teeth were so yellow she was spitting butter, or she was missing teeth?
She was missing teeth. They were chiclet teeth. They were just torn down.
Was she a meth addict?
It was bad. I truthfully do not think she was. I literally think she was just somebody who didn't brush, who went through life not brushing. And this it's very hard to hide that once you meet in person.
Well, what did her breath smell like?
I didn't get that close.
Oh, it didn't smell like she ate a poop sandwich.
Why would I get that close once that has been established?
Well, then, so what was her ass like? Was it meth ass? Was it really flat?
Why would I get that close?
You didn't look at her ass? One time.
I've seen how bad the drapes are on the window. Why am I entering the building now?
The drapes are usually below, though. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a thing too. You know what I mean? But it's not like you're doing I don't know, a checkup at the doctor's. You're like, let me see my teeth. But I got to tell you, I had a similar experience, and I had to brave through it, and I still did. So I got an implant in my front tooth, and I had a snap-in that I had to use. So I was doing a radio show, so I was worried about people seeing it, and I couldn't really talk the same with it in, so I would have to take it out. And it was a front tooth, but I'm not a big smiler, so would kind of hide. But if I laugh, you're going to see it. So the tough part is if you go out to dinner with someone, then you have to figure out a logistical opportunity to take the thing out so they don't see it before you start eating. You know what I mean? One time I pushed a girl out of her chair, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," and I'm just joking. That'd be fucked up. But it is an implant. If you're getting it, takes several months. Because they got to take the tooth out all the way, do bone graft, put a screw part in. That's got to heal. The flipper, right? Exactly. That's what I had, and it's got to heal, and it's got to heal properly. So it took me like 6 months to get that done, all finished and through. So, and I was so glad. I mean, now I have, it was right there. The worst spot ever to lose a tooth. Nothing will get you not laid by the opposite sex if you are missing teeth. Nothing is a worse handicap than missing teeth. So you don't want to do that. And that's when I don't know if you guys knew this or not. Right now, Mike is secretly getting alcohol from his front door. I think he's getting Rock and Rye, Sex on the Beach, and he's getting a wine spritzer. But yes, it's the truth. So I knew it. He was like, the guy's going to be here 55 minutes, and the show is about to start. And I said, he's going to come before the show ends just because you jinxed it now. And that's exactly what happened. He doesn't know I'm talking about this because he told me about it, but I know that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, and this is all dating sites, by the way. I'm going to give my number one when Matt gets back. Or Matt, I'm right here. But when Mike gets back, and it might hurt some feelings because it has to do with kids. Not that there's anything wrong with kids. Some people like dating people with kids. They like dating people without kids. They are indifferent either way. But I'll ask him when he gets back. The number one thing that I don't get that people do in their dating profile is why do you have multiple pictures of your kids or pictures of your kids at all? Because they're not dating your kids. And it's okay if you say you have kids, but why would you put your kids' pictures on dating websites? Like some people scribble them out, that I get. It's harder to get a picture or they don't put it on there, but I don't get that. Like, it's like, hey, do you want to date me? And my kid is a package. Like, if someone has a kid, it's pretty much understood that, you're going to have to get along with that kid, or who knows what varying level they want you to be involved with that kid. But, every girl I've always dated with kids didn't have you with these kids right away. Like, first that you meet them. I mean, I wouldn't, if I had a kid, I wouldn't have someone meet the kid until I knew it was serious. And they were going to be around a lot. But having kids in your profile, I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. Maybe some of you feel different out there, but I do not feel different. I just don't get that. Ooh. Where did he go? Anyway, but why? Why? So Alex says, I can see why, but why would you have multiple pictures of your kids, more pictures than you? You're not selling your kids, you're selling yourself, so to speak. I don't get that. Alex says, I could see why someone would include a picture of their kids. Not everyone actually reads a profile. I would say most people don't read the profile. They're like, oh, oh yeah, they're fuckable. Okay. Like, oh, let me read the profile. Oh, okay. So I say on average, most people read the first 4 lines of a profile, in my opinion. I mean, the last girl I dated, she has kids. She didn't have any pictures of her kids in her profile. I think it's weird. Just saying. That is something that's an issue that might come up later on in my head. So we got a few other things to go. Where the heck is my mouse? I was reading about, we have, what is it? Game of Thrones is having a prequel that's coming up. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I think it's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about that. And then there is a Lord of the Rings series coming on Amazon, I believe. So did you get your alcohol?
I'm laughing. So anybody listening on the podcast version or watching right now, I had to step away for a second. So I got diagnosed and symptoms came on Friday. We're recording this on Thursday. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not trying to get drunk, but I haven't drank since New Year's Eve. And I think anybody who has battled through COVID deserves a shot or two.
Oh, really?
Unwind with some alcohol. So I actually ordered through an app. It's crazy. It's amazing what COVID has done in terms of your ability to stay home and just order stuff. So I use an app called Drizzly, Drizly. And the guy had to actually scan my license to prove that I was 21. Yep. But I had ordered it hoping that it would get here after the show, but it got here during. So I'm happy to have a little something to kind of relax with tonight. Again, not trying to get drunk, just relax.
I was dead balls on with saying he was going to get here before the end of the show.
You were right on it too. And I'll tell you the truth, the app said 50 minutes, and I ordered about 5 minutes before the show started. So he's about 5 or 10 minutes early. So he did pretty good.
If you guys want people to show up quickly with your shit, especially when it's like DoorDash and stuff like Mike was doing, give them a good tip, because everybody's going to want that ride because they know how much you're probably tipping them, and they're going to get your shit real quick because they want that money. If you don't want your shit delivered, order Taco Bell and tip them $1, and you're probably going to be waiting 2 hours for it.
There's Fishman is in the chat room and he says, "Fuck it, get loaded." That is
Bill's
Fish brother
in the house, baby.
I even added, and I've stopped drinking this, I added Root Out to my order. So I've got Root Out and some beers. And I'm not trying to get loaded. I don't think that's great for my system, but it's something I needed.
I mean, you could be old fashioned and do that thing where, like, they say that alcohol kills the virus, which, maybe it's like the disinfectant on the inside Trump was talking about.
That is true. Maybe that is the cure. We found the cure. Just drink lots of whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh my God! You were getting into your Lord of the Rings, your nerd talk. Is that what you were doing?
I wanted to ask
back?
Before I wanted to ask you about my number one dating profile mistake was having a bunch of pictures of your kids in your profile.
You think that's a mistake?
Yes.
To have kids in your profile?
when there's more pictures of your kids than they're not there to date your kids. Like if you go on a date,
right? But wait a second. Wait.
you
I have to
have kids.
wait. No, I think it's. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. So maybe you don't put your kids in the picture, but you have to acknowledge that you have kids because dating a girl with kids or a guy with kids, you are 100% dating them and their kids. It is a whole package deal.
Right.
You're not getting by one or the other.
Most people that are saying you're not meeting their kid on the first date or the second date usually.
You're not usually. No. For the most part.
Unless you banged her in her house and the kids were sleeping, had to walk of shame out at 5 a.m. in the morning so the kids wouldn't see you. Hey, what's up, kid? You want some French toast?
Right. As if it isn't a girl or a guy that you already know in some way, shape, or form, that you already know the kid exists and, blah, blah, blah. If it's a cold, you don't know this person from anybody, you're not going to meet them. Now, I do know individuals who will introduce the flavor of the week to their kids every week.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with it, but it happens.
The kid's gonna be like, "Well, there's a revolving door."
But don't try to hide that you have kids.
No, you shouldn't.
Maybe
hide
not
it.
flaunt it. I hear what you're saying.
More profile pictures of your kids than you on the profile.
Maybe. Okay, I'll go with you on that.
The ratio, if there was 10 pictures, the ratio should be 9 to 1.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
So, I mean, because that's something that's a big part of your life. I'm not shaming anybody to have kids. Some people love kids. I hate the little bastards. No, I'm just joking. But some people love kids and they're all about it. But you want to know what you're getting into. You don't want to be like sitting at the cereal at her table, eating some cereal at her house in the morning with like no shirt on. The kid's like, "Who's this? Eating my Cinnamon Toast Crunch." Yeah. So,
I hear you.
It could be a fucked up situation. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Sad news. Doing a little pivot here. Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I don't know if you heard about that.
I've seen that. That really does suck.
Celebrity boxing as well, right? He was on Celebrity Boxing. Right?
He was on Celebrity Boxing. Not only did he get snubbed by the reboot of Saved by the Bell, but then he's got cancer.
He's not on the reboot?
No. The cast does not like him. They all are friends with each other, but nobody likes Dustin.
Well, Dustin seems to be a perpetual cocksucker, and no one likes him. That's his own doing. I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
I'm guessing
on it. Speaking of celebrity boxing, Lamar Odom signed with Celebrity Boxing, and he's got a mystery opponent coming up.
Yes, and they're
in June.
In June, they're talking about doing the event in June. And as far as I know, Toxic Radio and Toxic Entertainment will be a part of that event. Again, crossing our fingers that COVID doesn't keep on rearing its dirty head and screwing it up. But as of right now, yeah.
Interesting. So right now, I'll go to a fucking snail race because I just want to do something in public, at this point. But so I saw this today. I wanted to talk about a Game of Thrones prequel. It's called Tales of Dunk and Egg, and it's in early development at HBO. It's on Variety.com. I love Game of Thrones. If you don't like Game of Thrones, I just think you have no taste. But we'll go from there. A series of Tales, Dunk and Egg, a prequel to the events of Game of Thrones, is an early development at HBO. The 1 hour show would be based on the series of fantasy novels by George Martin, who is the author, I believe, of the Game of Thrones books, which follow the adventures of Sir Duncan. The Tall Dunk is his nickname, and young Aegon Targaryen, 90 years prior to the events of a Song of Ice and Fire. So I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm give me all the prequel and sequels going to Game of Thrones. I'm all in. So
I've never watched an episode.
Yep. Well, your taste level is down a little bit. Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. I'm not fanatic about Lord of the Rings. I'd be more fanatic about Harry Potter than Lord of the Rings.
Okay. I've never seen a Harry Potter, so I'm going to make a deal with you.
Okay.
The deal is I will watch all the Harry Potter movies, and you watch all the Game of Thrones.
Oh, jeez. Isn't there a lot of them?
Yes.
That take up a lot of time.
Harry
Jesus
Potter movies
Christ.
like 2.5 hours each.
Yeah, but there's not as I don't think there's as remember, every episode of Game of Thrones is 1 hour each. How many seasons and how many episodes per season? Holy shit.
I guarantee it won't be a pain. It won't be a labor because if you're in a Lord of the Rings, there's no way you're not going to be in a Game of Thrones. I just don't see it. It's very similar, and I guess in its setting.
All right, I'll do that. You have to sign up and play World of Warcraft.
Oh my god! Is that allowed to be done on Xbox?
No.
Jesus.
No, you got to sign up.
We're gonna have to sign Artie's name.
I will give you a friend request, a refer a friend.
Oh man, I feel my penis getting smaller.
That's a possibility.
From that, I heard it's a side effect. I'm just. All right, so yeah, I might be open to that, but little known fact, I don't know if you knew this or not. I've been to England several times, and I've never seen a Harry Potter movie, but I've actually been to the village, and you got to think I'm lying, where part of Harry Potter is filmed, and the village is called Le Coq. I'm not joking. L-A-C. I'm not fucking with you. You can look it up if you're a Harry Potter fan. And I was told by the tour guide that in proper English fashion, they just got tired of it and they asked them not to come back. I don't know how true that is, but it was filmed in a town called Le Coq, and there was a pub in that town, and I always remembered it because it was called Le Coq. It's not that far from Headstone.
One of my big, huge goals in life as a 40-year-old man, one of my big goals is to finally make my way to the Harry Potter world in Universal Studios in Florida. Not only soak in everything that is there, but also buy the wand that I can go around and magically make things happen.
Yeah. 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 Sure, why not? But I went to the real set. I think I was where that's where they filmed the school in the first two films where they would go to school, I believe. Maybe it's what's the school called? Was it called Hogwarts School or I don't know?
Hogwarts, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the actual building. I was right in front of it, and I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. Think about that. So I'll watch them. I mean, everybody talks about it. I think all women that liked it were secretly fantasizing when the kid became 18. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Like, I can't wait till Harry Potter becomes 18. I can't wait. But it was an interesting town, and I'm not shitting you guys that it's called Le Coq. I'm gonna put the link right in the chat so you can see that, and it's literally called that. And I'm on the tour bus coming from Headstone because I went to see Headstone, and they're like, "Oh, I have a secret stop for you, and it's called Le Coq." And I'm like, this guy's fucking with me, right? And we're going to a dark village. It's in England in the countryside, so it's not like being in a city or in Jersey. There ain't a fucking Wawa around there. It's dark as fuck. I'm like, all right, hopefully I'm not getting kidnapped with all these Asian tourists that I'm with, because I was like the only white guy on the tour and everybody else was Asian. And I'm like, hopefully they're not kidnapping me because I'm fucked if they are. And but I was laughing, and we went to the pub, and it was like this quiet town. I'm talking like it when you get off the bus, it pitch black. It was pitch black. Like your cell phone was like a street lamp. It was so fucking dark. Like you turn it on, it's like, whoa. So put it in there for you guys in the chat. It's literally called Le Coq. I think you say it like Le Coq, which is kind of French. So I don't know why they have it, but small town, quiet town. It kind of reminded me of being like in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in the middle of fucking nowhere in Amish country.
Jesus.
So, yeah. But it was still cool. So I'll watch it because everybody loves these things. So, okay, sure. Whatever. How many of them are there? Like 4 or 5?
Harry Potters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I think it's 5. 4 or 5, somewhere around there. I don't remember.
So what are they, 2 hours each? 3 hours?
No,
each?
they're like an hour and a half, I think. I'll tell you the truth. I'm more fanatic, but I am not a Harry Potter fanatic. Like, I'm not going out to get a Harry Potter tattoo anytime soon. Like, I could, if you want to, for me to be fanatic about other things, like I said, World of Warcraft, Back to the Future, Ready Player One. Like, fanatic means I'm going to watch these movies over and over again. Harry Potter, I'll watch it if it's on TV, but I don't know the ins and outs and exactly how many. Laura in the chat room is saying 7.
Wow. So it might be just as long as Game of Thrones. Well, I'm going to have to ask our movie resident, Alex, does he recommend Harry Potter? Yeah, Alex, do you recommend that if you're still listening? By the way, I'd just like to mention when we started talking Harry Potter, our listeners went down by 2. Just putting that out there.
Oh.
We had a sports segment reaction to that segment of Harry Potter. They were like, "Oh shit, Matt's talking about the Eagles again. I'm fucking out." So, speaking of that, since the show's going to end in a couple minutes, Eagles did hire a new coach, Nick Sirianni, and since I know of the ones of you who like football on here aren't as geeky as I am about it, I will tell you that you'll hear a lot of blowhards say it's a bad hire. It's a good hire. It's a good hire. Alex said, "I'll give it another chance." So does he say he'll give it another chance because he didn't like it and he has to revisit it?
Before that, he wrote meh. So apparently he wasn't into it.
Yep. I think I'm going to need to borrow
the
some
masses
of your
can't be
alcohol to watch
wrong. The masses can't be wrong.
Yeah. I think I'm a bit biased because I'm not into sorcery type movies unless they're really, really dark. So he says. So Lord of the Rings, we'll end on this being released on Amazon Prime, right? Is it not? I believe so.
I don't follow.
You didn't know about that?
No.
All right. So it's I'm on IndieWire.com, and I'll tell you, they're putting out a Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. So Amazon is really stepping it up. It's the long-awaited multi-season television adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings will take place in New Zealand. So I'm going to cruise through this article, and it gives us – it was originally announced in 2017, has 20 new cast members, and it's one of those things where I think it's coming out soon, but with Corona – it's almost like when the fuck is anything going to come out,
Exactly.
So, I'm still waiting. Like Disney Plus, I'm ready to cancel because there's like all these Star Wars series coming out, but they're not coming out like forever. So that's the only reason I have Disney Plus is for the Star Wars series. And Mandalorian's done, which was excellent. I'm pretty sure everybody on. Did you watch Mandalorian?
I have not. It's on my list of things to watch. I haven't watched it.
Son of a bitch.
I know. I'm horrible.
I wonder if Laura watched it. Pretty sure she did.
Of course she did.
She's got good taste. What could I say? Except when it comes to guys. No, I'm just joking. Oh, just kidding. Mike's like, what? She does have good taste when it comes to Yeah, well, listen, guys. Thanks for listening in. Lord of the Rings is coming out soon. I'll post that in there in our chat. And I think you will enjoy that as well. If you like Lord of the Rings, you got to like, I just feel like if you like Lord of the Rings, you got to like Game of Thrones. And if you like both of those, there's a chance you might like Harry Potter because there's a little bit of sorcery involved in that too. So I'm going to check it out, But put that in there, give you some information on it. Thanks for tuning in. Our first coronavirus episode back. Thanks for sticking with us and not thinking that we died and disappeared. Really appreciate that. And we will be back next week at the same time, hopefully in studio. Looks like we will, according to Mike. And everything will be back to normal. Stay safe out there. Don't let, people think it's not serious. It is. It's more contagious. And it's not really about you. It's about you getting ones that you got sick that you care about. You want the power you want to keep is not getting the ones you care about sick, right? So anyway, that being said, thanks for tuning in. And I think, wait, can we even end the show right now? Mike, are you alive? Hello? I think Mike went to take a poop. Okay. He
over
did.
Here getting the outro music ready.
Oh,
you jackass.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for listening. And you can find us live on Taking It Deep with Thee Godfrey. You can on our YouTube channel for Toxic Radio. And all the past episodes, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Google Taking It Deep with the Godfrey. And, give us a like, give us a share. Sharon's caring. Tell your mom about it. And this is Thee Godfrey, not saying goodbye, just saying take it deep.